Welcome to Smacky's Garage. Let's have a little talk about speedometer gears. Now this past Sunday, I did a video on how to replace the speedometer gear, how to calculate so you have the right number of teeth on your speedometer gear, and then how to install it in the top loader transmission. One of the most important parts of selecting the right speedometer gear is making sure that you have the right number of teeth for accuracy. Another part of it that I somewhat touched on is you need to make sure that you have the right orientation for gears, whether it's a left-hand gear or a right-hand gear. You're going to want to use a left-hand gear for 4 speeds. For C4s, AODs, and T5s, you're going to want to use a right-hand gear. Thanks to Dean for the comment on that, just to highlight it. Now, the interesting thing is I found the wrong gear in the transmission when I took the speedometer cable out. What I found is it was a right-hand gear in it when it needed to be a left-hand gear. I still remember when I installed it back when I was first building the car. I grabbed one of the speedometer gears, I put it on the cable here without thinking about right hand versus left hand. Now what I saw with the vehicle is the speedometer was off on speed, but it never occurred to me that it could have been a right hand gear in a left hand transmission. I don't know how it would work. So here's what the gear looks like. Now one of the things that you can notice on it is by pushing it into this transmission and running it, it's actually bent the gears that are pointing to the right hand to the left side. So what it was doing was getting some engagement with the speedometer gear that's on the transmission or in the transmission, and it was actually functioning as it should, but this kind of explains why there were some erratic readings on speed. Apparently they can go in incorrectly. It'll still work, it won't be accurate, and it'll give you some erratic mile per hour readings. I'm not the only one that's found this. Andy Cruz, another YouTuber, or another person that has a YouTube channel that focuses on the restoration of his Mustang, also found this in his last car. So I think it's really interesting that a lot of people don't know that there's a left-hand gear and a right-hand gear. Now, looking up and inside the transmission, I noticed that the gear that's in there is not damaged. The teeth still look fine. I took the car out for a drive last night and it's running beautifully. The speedometer is accurate. I took it by one of those speeding signs where you can see how fast you're going. I just wanted to share this because I thought it was interesting to look and to see that you can put a right-hand speedometer gear in a left-hand transmission. You don't want to do it. It's not going to work well, and there's no reason to do it, but it was interesting that nothing got damaged on the transmission. I don't know if it's a one-off case because of mine and maybe because it wasn't pushed in all the way that nothing got damaged, but I think it was interesting. So thanks for tuning into Smacky's Garage today. I hope you enjoyed this kind of midweek video. I'll see you on Sunday with a new video of restoring the car.